All right, just giving a update on Family First. Um, I'm just about finished when it comes to the synopsis. Gotta write out the actual screenplay. But that's my sitcom to those that are new to what I'm talking about right now. Hmm. Okay, so just the card is coming up, and I'm one that always pays attention to detail. Anyway, so with this show of mine, it's basically meant to put black people in a positive light. You have a husband and wife. They have 5 kids, and they have great professions. The kids are positive. Well, for the most part. I mean, they're not angels, but they're not little demons either. But it's really to positively highlight, family. Right now, we have so many broken families. Baby daddy here, baby mama there, and it's just like I want to show that doesn't have to be the existence, because so many people they see that as the norm. I mean, I was reading online about how somebody mentioned Steph Curry kids. They all look alike. That's kind of the way it should be. Same mom, same father. I mean, not every situation is gonna be perfect. Sometimes, we can be young, dumb, make mistakes, and unfortunately, sometimes, you lose the person that you're with, whether it comes to death or whatever the case may be. So not every situation is gonna be absolutely perfect. But for the most part, though, I don't feel that enough is done to teach people how to, vet somebody that you're gonna be with. A lot of times, you get young dudes, you're horny and you're chasing ass pretty much. So you do the dumb thing and you release your seed inside, somebody that's half human, half demon. Then what? And vice versa, young ladies. Sometimes actually, a lot of times, unfortunately, you guys look at the wrong type of men that it definitely is going to make you guys single mothers. Nothing about this guy says responsibility at all, but you're just drawn to whether his persona, his dreads, or whatever his makeup is. Regardless, you mess around and you have this man's kids, and he has shown you nothing that's going to show that he's going to be there for you. That he's going to look out for you, take care of you and your kids that you guys produce together. And it needs to change. We need to start teaching our young people what to look for in somebody that you are going to be, looking to marry, who you are going to be procreating with. And that's what, well, at least one of the things that I highlight with the sitcom Family First. I want people to see something similar to the Cosby. I reference that because the show itself, I'm not judging about, any off-screen, activities, but the show itself was such a breath of fresh air. I mean, you had the father being a doctor, the mother being an attorney. I mean, the kids, they showed that they weren't all perfect, but at the same time, though, it's still there was good parenting. Like I'm just keeping it real. Out of all the TV moms, besides maybe Penny's mom from Good Times, we know what the deal was. If you know, you know. But I would have been afraid to come home with a referral from school or a bad report card and have to, face Claire Huxtable. I mean, it wasn't the fact that we know she didn't put hands on the kids or nothing like that, but it's just the respect that, you know, she commanded to her from the way she carried herself. And then, those, just trying to get the words right here. Just what they put on you as for what they expected of you as parents. Heathcliff and Claire Huxtable. Whew. I mean, And then, again, they had their bar was so set so high that had to really feel like a lot of pressure, in some cases of, man, can I live up to, mom and dad's expectations? So, Cliff, he was all right. It would have been times I'd have been, sad to disappoint him, but I would have been more afraid to disappoint Claire. I mean, I know they're fictional characters, but they were awesome as parents. And a lot of times we don't see that highlighted. Like, for instance, when I was a football dad with my knuckleheads, Marcus and Melvin, I saw a lot of support that showed not just from moms. I mean, moms get all the credit when it comes to these, athletes, and I'm not taking away anything from them, but there was a lot of love from dads that go unnoticed, and I mean a lot. I'm not just talking about dad that's out there just cheering, yeah, that's my boy. No, 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 no. I'm talking about, when the son, is coming off the field, he had a bad, play, whatever the case. So maybe after the game, things didn't go so well. And, dads out there hugging their sons. Let them know, it's okay. Did you try your hardest? And I was that same way as well. Did you try your hardest? Okay, you did. All right. Well, that's all I ask. Just go out there, have fun, be safe, and try. Try your hardest. I mean, dad's looking out for other kids too. Maybe mom drop them off or whatever, whoever drops them off, and the kid has like nobody there with them the whole way until the park closes. And you see, dads recognize, okay, this kid here, he was like that last week. Let me go make sure he got something to eat, something to drink. Let me make sure, he good, he's safe. Maybe I can keep him with me and my troop, well, as long as we're out here, to make sure this kid is good, understanding the situation, what this kid has been put in. I mean, that's just one example. I mean, like when I would take my little one, Jacob, to the park, and then Jasmine, my daughter, um, you see dads out there bringing their kids too. And it was just like amazing to me that we get so little credit for our, efforts that we do as dads. Even though, I'm not looking to get, any medals or badges for me being a dad. I mean, that's my job. I mean, my kid didn't ask to be here. I played my part in, procreating, bringing that kid here. But at the same time, if moms are gonna get recognition, it feels good for dads to get recognition. And I know I kind of went a little off topic here, but with the show, it's gonna focus on mom and dad, you know, paying attention and loving into their kids, not babying them, not spoiling them, but loving them, and also loving on each other. That's another thing that I don't see a lot of anymore, and I want that to change. I want to show, husband and wife loving each other, husband and wife having a problem, but they actually sit down and talk it out instead of yelling at each other, or it's the wife, it has to be my way or the highway, or even the husband, my way or the highway. It's like, nah, y'all sit down because y'all together as a unit, y'all are one, so move as one. Now, I am a believer that the husband is the head of the household. If you feel different, oh well, that's your issue, your thoughts. But that's the way that I do view it. However, I don't see the wife as a stepping stone. Like, if you take a captain on a ship, what is he without his navigator? Exactly. He ain't much a jack without his navigator. And of course, with a navigator without a captain, it's gonna be some things that captain is definitely needed for that the navigator just can't do, regardless of how good they can navigate. So with the show, Family First, it's gonna touch on different things. It's gonna touch on the fact that kids do go through things. Whether they're little kids, kind of middle aged, or upper teens. It's gonna focus on that. Yeah. I mean, overall, it's meant to be a comedy, but there are gonna be shifts where some scenes make you laugh, some scenes may make you cry, some may make you smile. Some may cause a little suspense or whatever the case. But I mean, it's gonna focus more to reality rather than fantasy. I mean, there are gonna be some things obviously for entertainment purposes, but I really, want to work on getting this, whether it's streamed or on some major network, when it's all said and done with me finishing the writing and everything like that. And I just ask for your support as people and future fans, to share the video, comment on it, like it, keep, asking me about it, even if I make a video about something else, or when I do the Milk videos, ask about family first, see where I am with it. I mean, this is not just for me, this is also for you as well. Like, even if you're not black, I still want you to tune in and, watch the show once it's, made, and that it's either being streamed or whatever the case may be. Because I'm speaking into existence. It's going to have millions of fans. The show is going to be a success. So I'm speaking that into existence. And, it gives, not only black people a chance to see us in a more positive and realistic light, because some of the shows out here don't show us in the most positive light. And I'm not trying to make excuses for folks, but at the same time, if all you see is imagery of a certain culture, and this is embedded in your brain year after year after year and year, and you don't take the time to go learn and understand that culture for yourself because of what you've been shown, you may be a little intimidated, whatever the case, you're gonna go by what you see. That's just natural. It's just like, taking cartoons and you show, a bear or a snake, whatever animal, and it seems like it's the best, cutest thing, it's so friendly, but in reality, we know, don't play like that. Your kid, they have that impression that, oh, there's a bear. It's nice, so, when I see it on TV, so I can go up and just talk to it and play with it. When in reality, we know the bear is probably going to rip your baby to shreds, so the first thing you're going to do is get into defense mode and snatch your child up and get the heck away as fast as you can. That does apply to humans as well when it comes to imagery. So giving people a chance to see a more positive image of us and our culture, to see that we're not all, these thugs that they portray us to be. Or to be successful, we have to be rappers or athletes, and that's it. Like, we have nothing else going for us. I mean, you guys better start looking at some of these patents for things that you like. Let's say like potato chips. Or each time you're in traffic and you go stop at a stoplight. Yeah, melanated people handled that. We did that. And that's not even the tip of the iceberg. And it's not that I'm trying to necessarily make it a racial thing in a negative light. I just want to, make it a situation of a positive light. It just happens to be a black family. And other cultures can learn from this too. Don't get me wrong. Because the episodes that I've written out, they're not really racially motivated. They're family motivated. So I don't want anybody just taking this the wrong way, looking at it like, oh man, it's just, it's just some black people stuff and that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be some things because again, I'm black. I was raised that way. So some of my views are gonna pour into the show, especially being that it is a black family. But it's still, overall, it's still gonna be things that no matter what culture you are, in some ways you can relate to. So please tune in when this show becomes available for everybody to watch it. You're gonna love it, man. Again, comedy, some romance here and there, some drama here and there, maybe a tad of suspense, but it's nothing too crazy because I mean it's a family show. So I don't care if you're 3, 4, 5 years old to 90 or whatever. Everybody can sit down and watch it because all the scenes are gonna be scenes that anybody can watch. It's not gonna be anything where it's PG here and then in the blink of an eye now it's bordering on rated R. Nah, none of that. Just looking down, make sure I don't stepping on ant beds out here. Um, yeah, this time of year, even in Florida, ant beds are still everywhere. So you got to be careful where you stand. And as you can see from the trees behind me, definitely amongst where wildlife can be. And wildlife doesn't have to pertain just to animals, insects as well as reptiles. But anyway, I just wanted to touch bases with you guys. Kind of went on a little longer than I intended to, but family first. Beautiful sitcom. Any TV producers or personnel that you have the same view as me, that you want to see something like this come to life, reach out to me, and maybe we can make something happen. Over a period of time. Or maybe make it a way where I can reach out to you as well. But I definitely would love support and helping make this dream into reality. All right, you all take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.